can't see it, but we're all trapped inside these strange repeating loops.
Billions of people just living out their lives, oblivious.
But this is the moment for you to show us what is real.
I remember this.
So deja vu. And yet it's obviously all wrong. Maybe this isn't the story we think it is.
They taught you good, made you believe their world was all you deserved. And some part of you knew that was a lie. Some part of you remembered what was real.
It's so easy to forget how much noise the Matrix pumps into your head. Something else makes the same kind of noise.
War.
What happens to Nita? The most important choice in Neo's life. It's not his to make.
She believed in me. It's my turn to believe in her.
Part of me feels like I've been waiting my whole life for you.
Yeah.
You want to see Trinity again?
Fight.
I saw this in a dream. My dream ended here.
Still no kung fu.
Yeah, bitch. What's up, gang? I'm gonna get rid of that now. What's going on, guys? It's just a free Friday. I'm gonna put the link in chat. You guys can just join in. I don't give a fuck today. So let me figure out how to do that. Hold on. I downloaded Windows 11 and it's like the same, but just a little, just enough different that like I want to rip my hair out. Invite. I think I can still do this all the same. Yes, I can. Oh God, that'll be interesting. Link in the chat for anybody who wants to. Not talking anything in particular. No DB Cooper talk. I really want to just do Fenn talk today. If DB Cooper comes up, great. I mean, but let it be relevant. That's not to say that DB Cooper isn't relevant. It's just I just want to see what's going on. Doesn't it feel like it's all coming to an end? Like it's just kind of reaching its last leg, so to speak. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But like, truly at this point, it seems like unless Shiloh himself comes out and says something, we're not going to believe shit. We're not going to. What's up, Davio? Davio's here. We're not going to believe anything. I mean, I things out there. What's up, Davio? How you doing, dude?
Hey, man, it was so great you guys went out on that adventure, man.
Oh, appreciate it. It was freaking cold. I'll tell you that.
Fucking cold, dude. I'm thinking these freaking K-Pro's going to just be a cube. You better, like, have...
Yo, she was a trooper. I was busy.
I figured she's a trooper, just, you know, it's just cold, you know.
I was at that little tree spot of mine for like 10 minutes trying to like dig underneath it. as gently as I could without really digging. She's like walking up all the hills, looking at every area she possibly could. So it was interesting to watch. Like even my youngest Chloe, she's walking around. I mean, all of us were like, okay, so there's gonna be nothing here. We'll leave in 2 minutes, and we'll get back into some warm temperatures. And then once we got there, it was like, oh my God, we got to look everywhere.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And actually coming on, I was just asking just generally speaking, like, not that it doesn't seem like there's info stopping or that we're going to reach a precipice. It just feels like there's nothing left in the chase. I know there's Endgame, and I know you guys are working on it. It feels like that's at least a real puzzle to be working on.
It's neat. Yeah. Someone's put some energy into it. It's pretty clever. You know, that's what
if someone puts energy into something like that and it's got cleverness to it, whatever it is, it's worthy of solving. For sure.
Right. And I thought it was very clever that it's just on YouTube.
Yeah. You don't have to do anything. It's pure armchair.
And so what's really neat is
there a prize?
we have no idea. Of course not. There's probably right. And what are we looking for? A phone number, a website, an actual location out in the world? Who knows? But what's really neat is that the person has now put it up and they have left it up. So I'm making it a dumping ground for everything that we find. Put it on this guy's website. So copy and paste everything to this guy's website. So it's a community, an actual community. Working together to figure this out. Forest Frenzy, Jens, names like that, Lucky, they've all contributed. It's freaking, I think it's cute. It's fun.
I was hitting the reset button this week, kind of laying low. I might want to jump back into that. I mean, I enjoyed trying to figure out that first round of ciphers. Is it still cipher based?
And they've been figured out, and they're posted on the bottom. So look in the comments.
Okay. So someone throw links in the chat. Why not? Throw links in the chat to it. So
well, it's the in-game link. I think I have it right here. Let's see. Is this the chat?
What's up, Ghost Dancer?
Oh, I got the wrong thing.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
So all puzzles, real puzzles. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's got any bit of cleverness to it, it's an actual puzzle. It's worth solving, even if it's not like, Fenn related or not. It seems to be. We'll see. Maybe that
is the question, man.
Right.
That is the question. What are we supposed to be using the book when we apply these numbers that they have in there? There's clearly a whole bunch of numbers, 7, 24, blah, 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 all these fucking numbers. So we apply them to the book, the poem, this poem, these numbers that they have. All these are all questions that we've only gotten like 2 answers. So it's a wide open thing.
Well, I assume I'm not going to get a copyright strike for playing it, so let's just go to it.
You can play the crap out of it. I was rolling it all day yesterday, okay?
Let's see here. Share screen. Ghost Dancer, you into this thing too?
Oh, and Ellie was really great.
I'm having some minor connection issues. What was your question?
I was seeing if you were into this endgame puzzle as well.
Oh no, I've seen it and all that, but I'm not into cracking those kind of codes.
Yeah, usually I'm not either, but I just felt like, why? Okay, so like, has this blurb, Davia? This has been solved, I'm assuming.
Yeah, go to scroll down to the bottom. Wow, your page looks different. Oh, you're on the what page is that?
YouTube. I don't know, YouTube Premium. Congratulations! I see your comment.
Well, I tell you what, I got this page that I'm using right here. I put it in your it's in your stream. The what do you call this duck stream deal that we're looking at here? Duckhead.
Right.
So in that is the very page that I was looking at. So let's see.
Hello, friends. Greetings from Alaska. Yeah. The solution to this puzzle will be shared on this. Oh, so there's a time limit. Oh, now I am into it. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a time limit?
Yeah. New Year's.
Oh, that's dope.
New Year's Eve. And he's from Alaska.
You ever use this website? It's a great website for any of these. If you actually can decrypt whatever code they're doing, you are all right. I have a code. What do I do with it? Like sometimes they'll just this is a great little basic software tool to just throw. Oh, it's binary. Let me just toss it in here and see what it says. Right.
Bitchin'.
So, all right. So let's see.
So the question is, so I don't know why the one on your screen isn't showing all the links below, because there's a whole bunch of answers if you on the bottom of it. If you keep going, yeah. So there's the poem right there, all printed out. So you can print that out. You might want to circle and count some words, right? And then
Right.
you get down.
Reading this a bunch of times, going, what the heck? Let me take a copy. Oh, hold on.
There you go. And then at the bottom, Frenzy, he really has done some really, he's worked out all the stuff, and he's got an answer from Endgame at the bottom. Very
Underlining certain words?
Yeah, we were working on that. So do we apply that to, what do we do with these words? It's these questions are out there. It's kind of neat. Look how they line up from this. See how the Roman numerals down the left side?
Right.
Fourth word, again, where 4 is 4 on the fourth line, on the fourth paragraph. So these sort of things.
Right.
So that's why you can't put it into a code descrambler. It's a puzzle. And he said that there is only, and the one line describes one song. So we think it might be Southern Cross from Crosby Stills.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's pretty cool. I mean,
it is way cool, dude. In its concept, the least amount of information we have, the more imagination gets applied. Fucking
why
cool.
Why so many hints though?
Well,
have hints? Is that it's like it is what it is?
Well, let me ask you: as you read these hints, where do you apply them?
Oh, I have no idea. I almost wish
exactly. But that's the question. See, that's what makes it fun. Do we apply this back to the Forrest Fenn book? Is it related to that? Is it related to pages in Forrest Fenn's book? Is it related to the poem in his book? Or is it just on this page?
Okay, so if you just read Colors Under the Doors, Southern Cross Stairs, what's the catch? Lucky Doctor can clearly write, imagine cars on deer. Calling the doctor Lucky is almost cute too. Like he's lucky on the chest. It's very cute. It's very cute.
Right.
Interesting.
And this is from someone in Alaska. The fact that he said Alaska was interesting.
Yeah, greetings from Alaska, right? Yeah.
Right.
Who's from Alaska?
Well,
has anybody tried to put that code into Google search?
Go for it, dude. Right? See what happens.
See if anybody's stole it before. No, because it would no, I doubt this would ever show up on Google search.
Because it really looks like an extension or a long part of a website link or something, the end of it.
Or stick
that's
that
what
in his
decoder. Looks like to me.
Put that in his little coding program and see if it doesn't spit out a phone number in Alaska.
What's up, Bill?
Hey.
How we doing?
There I am.
Mr. Bill!
I have two Windows 11, and all my windows are different, and so this window is much smaller. I didn't even see you at the bottom of it. It's all my computer's all messed up now.
It's weird how this is.
So the doctor he was talking about is the witch doctor.
Oh, dig it!
The lucky witch doctor,
the guru.
I told the witch doctor.
I told you what. Ooh ee ooh ting tang walla walla bing bang.
Bang. Ooh ee ooh ting tang walla walla bing bang.
Yeah, it's the witch doctor.
I think it's Dr. Jekyll.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, chat? So, any words from Jack? I haven't heard jack shit from Jack.
Jack shit from Jack.
Didn't the PS or PPS say computers wouldn't help? Right, computers wouldn't help. And this, right? The binary, what the fuck? You need a computer to do that.
Well, that's what he's saying. But he's saying that you can only take it so far. So he kind of makes fun of the fact that you could be a code cruncher. So I think he's trying to, because he really highlights the word puzzle. He highlights the word puzzle.
The actual solve is itself a puzzle. You don't need a computer for that.
Exactly. Yeah, okay. Right. So, which by the way is very much what I thought the guys at Google did to Fenn's book. Is they scanned the fuck out of that and they ran that fucking book through so many fucking renderings to figure out, you know what I mean? That happened day 3.
On day 1 when I did it, when I was still lurking, I ran it through every fucking software I have, all my friends nothing. Like,
not at all.
That made it more intriguing. That was like, ooh, okay.
Totally. So for me on this, I thought if any code breaker Charlie Whizfuck was out there, they'd have this worked out in about a day, an hour, 10 minutes, right? So since it's made it to this kind of time, now I'm far more interested because it's still here. It seems like it's more about puzzles, wordplay. I mean, for instance, does something like does something from Crosby, Stills and Nash, because of the Southern Cross, take you to something that equals bang, that gets you to what? And by the way, Ben, the good question is what is our goal here? A website, a YouTube page, a phone number? Right? These are good questions as we are looking through this. What would it equal? Clearly, we're not looking for a place on a map.
Right. I would think the solution presents itself with the destination presents itself in the solution. So whether that's a website URL or at least you do a QR code of some kind or whatever.
It could be, in other words, if I type in your name and my name, and this guy's got it on private, that would be a way to see a video that would be only private. You have to have the exact address for. So it could be titled, Davio 12345. You type that in, you see it. So the answer could be something like that. That's a video of his, and before you go. By the way, when you play this at a quarter speed, you really get to see all the video effects from the
glitches and whatnot.
Yeah, the glitches that are put in to make this look all green and bitching.
Hidden or just normal?
No, it's a red herring. It's a tease because it's at quarter speed, and I forgot the number. But you'll see an actual black and white old like bar scene. You'll see a cowboy. You'll see windows and all that shit. But it's
kind of head for sure.
But it repeats, and it's just part of the after effects of this deal here that we're seeing, this blip. So if you play the whole thing at quarter speed, you'll see all kinds of groovy shit flip up in the screen like that.
Right. Yeah, I'll mess with that. It's interesting.
We did that yesterday, man. It really didn't take us to anything. But I really think it's more about the puzzle. The shit on the fringes,
If you think that U7 is you are wrong. I love that. Scam likely. Motherfucking scams, bro.
Hello, my name is David Fuller with the Division of Econ. Hello, my name is.
What are they?
Hey, David Fuller, go fuck yourself, Skippy.
What's he even saying?
Who gives a fuck? And I always start talking in some kind of language there and not understanding. And
that'd be a great way to start. That'd be a great way to start like a new Close Encounters of the Third Kind. You get a call from like Spam Likely. It's a recorded voice, but it's like telling you the lat long of some place to go to, and that like starts the movie. That'd be dope.
Dude, that's a Nicolas Cage movie called The Knowing.
Is it really?
Dude, you have got to write that shit down.
I thought I came up with a good idea. I just stole it.
No, fuck, dude. You can actually equate that fucking movie straight to Forrest Fenn's poem. As, that I know, The Knowing, Nicolas Cage. And the year that he won the Oscar for Peggy Sue Gets Married, don't let me go down that bunny hole, kids. But you want to watch that fucking movie, and you'll never guess what numbers flash up on the screen. 41, 42, no shit. Because he's got this sheet of fucking numbers, right? And he's trying to figure out what it means. And the sheet then equals lat longs and times of these events that happened, right? And this chick has written this down 30 years in advance. So at one of these deals is that he's driving in his car and he looks on his nav on his screen as he stopped in traffic. 41, 40, fucking 2 right there on the screen, dude. Watch the movie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, 42 shows up all sorts of places. It's fucking
I know,
nuts.
and it's intentional because of the universe thing. It's a joke.
The doctor has been dead for at least 100 years. So so is the witch doctor dead for 100 years?
Witch doctor.
Speaking of 40 and DB Cooper, Forrest Fenn, Jack Stoof is Skippy, the 40-year-old virgin.
Good Lord. Where would the fuck you get that? That's funny.
Virgin? The guy looks like Jack Stoof. Redhead, red beard. I mean, I am Skippy. The I am Skippy channel. Yeah, and he looks like Jack Stoof. And he's the guy that was the 40-year-old virgin. He goes around to Sundance Film Festival, get his picture with movie stars and stuff.
Okay, that sounds fun.
But yeah, the guy, and he sounds like him. He talks like him. His politics are like him. Everything.
I'll be damned.
Well, I would like to hear from whoever is controlling the Jack Stoof name because it's getting tiring with nothing.
Well, you know what? We're not going to get anything. We're done, babe. It's over.
You think it's completely done? Like nothing more coming?
Well, listen, we have not gotten anything. It was actually. It's a real question because if you think of the information that we really got, what information matters? If I see Shiloh's lips move and he's talking on a video, I'm going to believe it. When I saw him come into text and he verified with his dad's dog and he says something, I'm going to believe it. If I hear some other person say, yeah, this bitch in person told me all about this thing and this is the deal, go fuck yourself.
Right. I mean, I guess that's
so. I want to see.
I guess that's where everybody's at, I don't blame it. I mean, at this point,
you know what? Jack Stu figured out. That's all we got, and I'm not gonna. And Forrest said so, so I'm not gonna say Forrest is a liar. I just not.
And if the holding back is because of court cases or
no, man, it's not that. You know what? It's less than that.
Whatever it is, they should tell us though. Like, hey, you'll get some info in a year because that's how long it's going to take for XYZ to happen.
True.
Or you're never going to get more info. This is it. There needs to be one last thing. There has to be.
I fully agree. Fully agree. Now, this is what happened to me emotionally with the whole thing.
No empathy.
Well, yeah, there's no empathy. So when Jack Stu said that he kind of figured it out and he backdoored it, that went against everything that we heard from Forrest and how we operated. It was
except for one sentence, which I always thought was a hint that when Forrest literally said you have to go in through the back door. He said that.
But nonetheless, we were hidden. Let's put it this way: if you just accepted the book and Forrest and the poem as a game, and this is what you're going to go play,
right?
That's one thing, right? And if you're going to go backdoor and you're going to do it in months where people spent years, it seems insulting, and we really want to know how the fuck you did that. That's what it feels like. It feels like we were gypped because he found some kind of end run around all the work that people have done.
I think that responsibility is on Forrest, not Jack.
I think you assume the responsibility when you bought the book.
Back door.
Hold on, Bill. What'd you say again? Say it again, Bill.
Say it again, Bill.
I couldn't hear you, Bill. Say it again.
Hopefully Mario doesn't explain all the definitions of back door.
I can dig that. But I think that's
I honestly had wondered, like, if Fenn makes those kind of jokes. Like, I see him like, come on, man,
all day long. He said his humor was 13 years old, man. So yeah,
everything is honestly. I had like a month where I was like, okay, like I think it was like March during COVID, where I sat down. I was like, okay, every Forrest interview I've watched, I'm gonna rewatch it with the understanding that all Forrest is doing is making dick and ass jokes. That's it. And I watched every interview again. I'm like, oh, holy shit! Is he just making dick and ass jokes all
like
the
fourth
time?
grade? That's like fourth grade, right?
The back door might be the reason he wore clean underwear every day. All you got to do is look at Moses' back door.
That purple sweater says a lot to me.
Around, and yeah, he messed his back door.
I have wondered. I have long wondered.
But I think this game that's afoot is very interesting, and I think it's worth playing. We will never know what the fuck's going on until Jack comes out and says something. And if I was Jack, I'd be making a movie contract or something, right? So,
I mean, that shit would have happened by now.
No, why would it? Not necessarily. I mean, maybe it only starts after he's actually, after whatever's finished the hindrance. So now it actually comes out. Maybe he doesn't give a flying fuck, and he's made his money, and he's off. Off he goes, right?
Or if humor is a thing for Forrest, I mean, maybe Forrest knew that we were all going to be like shaking our fists and screaming and getting the pitchforks out, and to him, that's
hilarious. That's funny in itself.
You impatient fucks. Right? He's just going. You guys are so impatient, and none of you have a sense of humor.
Aren't able to laugh about it. It's not funny.
and all he's telling himself is the ends justify the means, and in 5 years, when the joke ends and the truth comes out, like Forrest knows, we'll all go, oh fuck, it was worth it, or whatever. As a community, Forrest, I think, would know that.
Well, you know what? If you just look at the benefits that just of people chasing, I mean, granted, a lot of people took it as like This is a thing that's worth dying for. And so they would go way off the fucking rails and kill themselves looking for it. Whatever. For that person in that moment, it was worth it. And I think to that degree, while it's still morbid, it's a good thing because life has really removed those challenges from so many people. I mean, if you're stuck in traffic all day, your soul is being sucked dry, right? So I think Forrest Fenn brought a way to express creativity and imagination by dangling a golden carrot in front of people, which I thought was pretty fucking clever. So I think it could live on.
Knew it and then warned us about it every step of the way. Every step of the way, it was, hey, I put a treasure out there, and then everything after that is, you don't want the fucking treasure, you want something else.
Yeah, I dare you, be careful, right?
The dare part, I always felt was
awesome. I loved it.
Hint. Honestly, a hint. Yeah. I honestly meant I took dare as a hint of some kind. Not like you have to be daring, but like the word dare itself has to be part of the theme of your solve somehow.
Yeah, didn't he say you just put your foot down and you stomp on it and you make it solid before you
have faith in a maverick.
That's the gas pedal. You get in it, your car, and you step on it.
Right. And you take your car.
You take your car in the canyon down.
Right. And then he leaves out the but you put in your car below the Homa Brown.
Well, the put in is about when they put Moses in the river below in Egypt, when they put him in the Nile.
Moses, I got to take a bong here.
They didn't give him a paddle.
Sorry, but Bill said, dude, anytime you say Moses, I got to take a hit.
He had no paddle.
I'll be back.
Oh, that's the deal, huh? Well,
he said Moses. I got to do a bowl. I can't smoke a bowl in here. I'll get the dog stuff. Like so I got to go outside.
This has weed in it too, so this counts. I'll take a sip every time you say it.
Spoken.
The solution would put an end to all.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great now. Hey, Kahlo Kid, I completely agree.
Okay.
If the family would put out, if Shiloh, in some official way, would put out an official solution, this was my dad's solution or granddad's solution with proof somehow. I don't know how you would do it, but if you would do it, would that not end the court cases that have been just sitting there? Here's the solution. Compare it to all your stupid court cases that were wrong. Done. Why hasn't that been done? Because lawyers like to make money, and they want all these cases to actually happen so they can bill their clients the hours for the dollars. It always comes back to money. That's why.
You know another reason Forrest put Moses in?
Forrest put Moses in? Okay, why?
Why he put Moses in his search? The blaze, the burning bush, burning the bush.
That's one interpretation.
He was sitting there smoking a bowl. The burning bush.
I will agree with Gobbles on this one, though. I think not these same nuts, but there will be people who don't believe a solution. That's 100% sure.
Nobody believed Moses either.
Nobody believes anybody's solution unless it's their own. Let's be serious.
Well, don't forget, guys, Shiloh did say when lawsuits settle and everything starts slowing down, he's going to come out with some more information for us.
Say again?
I said that Shiloh said when the lawsuits start slowing down and and that's not an issue anymore, he's going to release some more information for us.
Yeah. That's the word I get too, so it's like, okay, so why aren't these lawsuits slowing down? At some point, do we wonder if sometimes these lawyers just like to get billed and go to court because it collects more hours and more money for them? Like, it seems very simple to end these court cases. Very simple. All these court cases are on records with how their solve was stolen. Great. Here's the real solve. It doesn't match any of yours. Goodbye. End of court case.
Yeah,
I'm waiting
that
for Jack
easy.
Come out and tell everybody he hacked me.
Right, like honestly, and we could move on to things like is Jack the real finder? Do the emails in Forrest Fenn's inbox prove that Jack, in fact, emailed Forrest just as it was said, with the location or pictures we haven't seen, like those kind of things would prove this once and for all. Why haven't those things come out?
Yeah.
Very simple. If
To be honest, until the lawsuits are done, I don't think they can talk about it legally.
Then let's show. I mean, what they're doing in the lawsuit. Well, I can guarantee you this: anybody, if the lawsuit was against someone we all know, and that information came out, I'm pretty sure that information would come out to everybody, as in like right away for proof. So, like, I would assume the defense, I would say Forrest, Fenn et al. Have not shown emails that prove that Jack found it. They haven't shown pictures that prove that Jack found it, and they haven't shown a solution. And I find that to be incredibly asinine. It would end all of this.
All they would have to do is show the backside of Moses to tell everybody who won.
And listen, Bill could be proven right if we could just see the proof. But then, Bill, on the other side, you could be proven wrong. There's a possibility.
No, Forrest said that Moses was an important figure. He said Moses was an important figure.
I don't doubt that. I don't think you could have been 95% right. For all we know, Jack's solution is just like yours with a little twist, or it was yours and he got to it first. We don't know, but the proof is sitting there somewhere and we could prove it right now. Why won't the lawyers do that? My theory, they want to bill more hours. I don't care if I piss off a lawyer. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Isn't spiritual somebody that's not one particular religion, but they understand parts of all religions? And they exclude and include parts of different things, and they have their own religion.
Sure,
that's
like
what
a
makes
Renaissance man of religion.
Having your own religion, yeah. The universe is a
religion of logic.
If you think about an ant and how that fucker knows how to get home,
right?
His brain cannot be inside that little tiny thing. It has to be external. The universe is the brain.
The universe is the,
the universe is our brain. Yeah.
We are all one part of a whole brain of one person living in another.
One universe. That's why the universe, the guy with the fishing line and he's got the star on the line?
Yeah.
It broke loose and hit my windshield the other day.
Jesus.
Yeah, he had a meter hit his windshield.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah, a freaking rock came out of the sky and hit my windshield.
And you followed it down, right? You saw it coming out of the sky, right?
Now that's the third kind of shit.
There was nobody around to throw a rock at me.
But did you see it come down at this trajectory?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. He came down from the left, and there was nobody going the other way.
Trippy, man. Do you see that photograph, the video of the guy who was parachuting, and he's got that rock just falls out of the sky right past him as he's in canopy, right? And this rock goes hauling ass right past him. Just amazing.
Have you guys seen the video of somebody looking at the surface of Mars and seeing like a UFO crash?
Oh yeah, there was that skid. The skid that came in, the rock that slid in. That's so cool.
Copy link.
Have you seen the pictures of the video of the thing that's orbiting Mars? The clearly man-made object that's in orbit over Mars.
Check this out.
Yeah, that looks cool, man.
This thing does like a skid mark, and it goes all the way over here.
A long time ago, because the lines on the ground are over the skid.
Right. Look at that. Or it was popping, or it was bumping as it was crashing, and could have caused those as well. That's fucking nuts.
That looks like something's still there.
Right.
It's a submarine.
It could be a Photoshop project for college too.
I have my repair kit that I created.
It looks very cool.
And I was at a record store in Dillon, Montana. No, it was Dillon.
Bob. Hard ring.
And I was telling the guy that the moon was hollow. And there were people living inside the moon. and I got on the freeway. The truck in front of me said, had a bumper sticker said, "Follow me to the moon."
Hey, listen, I've heard some good theories about Hollow Moon. I actually kind of quasi buy into it.
Rings like a bell. That was what brought us here. Say that last part again.
There, I think we're better now. Oh, no, you can hear me. It doesn't. Hollow Moon, like I've read things that said the craters all have maximum depth.
You know why that is? That's because they aren't actually hit by fucking rocks all the time, right? This is electrical lightning strikes that have hit it. It's an electrical unit.
But you would think there's still be different depths all around it. You know what I mean? There isn't.
Right, but then they all flatten out.
There's a flat out moment all around the moon at a certain, and it should go deeper, and it's like not talked about. I don't know if because there's an answer for it, it's just not sexy enough for people to talk about. But like from back in the day when I would research it, I was like, huh. And then like it makes weird vibrations when it gets hit that indicate there's hollowness inside. That like
it faces one side around us all the time. There's an actual
it's perfectly equidistant from like us.
Right.
And then, like,
the size
to the strange. It's very strange, especially when you
endless crazy numbers
about we can't live without it.
It's the Matrix, man.
I have a movie script that includes the Hollow Moon and how it was made.
Dude, that's dope. I just figured it's just one giant alien satellite.
It has to do with Atlantis and how Atlantis sunk under the ocean. It was designed to sink under the ocean. To hide
that's a cool story.
That's dope. That's dope. I like
that. Neat story.
Oh, I don't hear that echo anymore. That's good. Whatever you did, you fixed it.
I put myself on mute and I can still hear it. So I just unmuted myself and it's gone.
Weird. Sometimes like I have these windows pop up behind me, like it auto goes to a YouTube on a new tab and I don't even realize it. And then when I'm doing the videos, sometimes I can hear like another video playing and I'm like, what the fuck? And that's, you'll see me, I like quickly go, oops, X.
Yeah, like I go to what other apps and back out of that app, shut down the other YouTube or whatever.
Right.
The delay is horrendous.
Because when you're in YouTube and you click on the link, your YouTube doesn't shut down. It takes you to Streamlab and your YouTube is still running in the background.
Yeah, and it's just annoying. They need to fix that kind of shit. It's got to be much more seamless than this. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry, I just like got shitty news on my brother. Anyway,
we got it.
Right?
No, it's all good. It's in here. He's good. He'll get better. Luli said, Rich and everyone, I'm gonna wait till more people enter. Please, everyone. It's a free contest at Lulibell on YouTube. Please watch my video and name the dolls. So, goddamn, everybody's coming up with games and shit.
Games.
Damn right, old and new Miami Dolphins. It's Tua time. You know what? You want to know my fantasy football team name? Old and new. I'm gonna tell you just for you. Just for you. Shoot. I gotta log into it and all that stuff. It's fine. That troll is ridiculous. Does that like a aren't they supposed to have like diamonds in their forehead?
What?
That's an old troll from like we used to get those from gum machines when me and Bill were 10 years old.
No, I think they were out when I was 8 years old.
Yeah, like 5. Yeah.
Yeah, in the 60s. They were out with the Beatles.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
The Tua train to tomorrow.
It's a
name.
Notice it's a clown, though.
Clown troll? Oh, yikes, dude.
Send in the clowns. I can play that. Send in the clowns. Rate my fantasy.
I like Chariots of Fire.
Okay, so Ben, remember that thing I was telling you about the movie with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Okay, so the link just to that one part of the movie is now in the chat out there in the world. So if you want to play it, it'll make you just go, no fucking way, Davir, you fucking screwball motherfucker. Or I can put it in here. I can put it in your duck, the duck channel.
I've played this.
If you see, are we seeing it? Is the world?
I've played this. Yeah.
And it's just the part on the dashboard where you see the numbers. Is that a trip or what?
See, everything's different.
Everything's different.
4241.
Because you're this.
Hey Ben, on one of your last broadcasts, you had a photograph of Fenn and his dad standing outside Fenn Haven.
I did.
Do you remember that picture?
No. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you know who the third guy is with the cowboy hat is?
Yeah. I looked. I mean, I don't off the top of my head, but I definitely looked.
It's Mel Gibson.
It was it Mel Gibson?
It was Mel Gibson.
Why does it look like Australia? Let me get that picture back up. Maybe I was thinking of a different picture. I was thinking of a picture. What? That's not Mel Gibson. Fenn, his old dad, they're standing in front of like a couple of cabins behind them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like your Hebgen, right?
Yeah, I think that's Mel Gibson in the cowboy hat.
What?
Yep, I think
was
so.
That picture taken? Like 85?
Yeah, it had to have been before Fenn lost his dad, obviously.
What was Mel Gibson doing back then? Like Lethal Weapon 1? Not even. Was he just an Aussie actor?
He was probably doing like Passion of the Christ or something, wasn't it?
Are you saying that's why Mel Gibson ends up doing the movie Maverick? Because I was thinking of opening my stream up today with the movie Maverick.
That was a pretty funny movie.
Oh, he did Mad Max.
Anything's possible.
He did film a movie called Maverick.
But yeah, I figured I'd let you guys know because no one's ever mentioned that you know who that third person in that picture was.
Well, now that you're mentioning Maverick, doesn't that go to a book, a comic book, a TV show, then a movie? So there's like these, it's been around for like 100 years, hasn't it?
I didn't know it was
a book series. There was a book series, Maverick.
I only knew about the TV show.
Yeah, because it was the TV show with that was hilarious and funny. He was a great smartass.
And then he playing. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert for a 25-year-old movie. But dude ends up playing Mel Gibson's dad,
which is perfect.
It was great.
It was great. It was wonderful to see that.
I love that movie. It's a very underrated movie.
Funny movie.
I used to rent that movie from Blockbuster on a bi-monthly basis.
Ain't Back to the Future a 25-year-old movie or a 35-year-old movie?
35. Yeah, 35.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
And I got a buddy in Oregon that's been calling me Doc Brown since before the chase. Before I knew about the chase.
You got to get rid of the mustache, though.
He says it's my character is like Doc Brown.
And at the end of each of them, I'm going to share with you a picture that is famously associated.
I hear that.
What the fuck? What the fuck? My computer just started playing that.
Well, it's a very happy computer.
It's playing. I've been watching these Mr. Ballin. Is Mr. Ballin one word channel, and he goes over the missing 411 people. The people that go out in the forest and don't come back and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta watch
go out in the forest and they find them 40 miles away.
Yeah, children, miles away. So you are watching Dave Paulides Missing 411, right? He has his own channel, his own YouTube.
Yeah. Oh,
it's a Can-Am project. So you should watch Dave Paulides Can-Am project. The guy who created that, because he's got 10 books and he's got 3 movies, and they're all free. And he works with and he's working with the howtohunt.com guy. Now listen to the shit that guy's got. He's got pictures of Sasquatch that have been shot through the head. He's got photos of him on his site. Fucking full on. He's got people who work for military installations, nuclear fucking readiness sites, physicists, airplane pilots, fucking professional hunters, all talking about the shit they're seeing out in the forest. It's fucking awesome. It's all real.
He was raped by a Sasquatch. He had a Sasquatch head, and he had a Sasquatch in a freezer.
No, but he has seen 200 to 300 pound buck hang up in a tree 20 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Who's doing that out in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Yeah.
Why are these people who are extremely credible talking about passages or doorways opening up in the forest? And that melts my head. They say they were walking along and the forest in front of them got all misty and weird, and they when they went in, they were someplace else and they came out. I mean, the stories that these people are talking about in the forest, in shapeshifters.
Listen to a story about this guy going into this cave in Ireland, and there was a huge chamber in there. The one time he went there, and the next time he went there, the chamber was gone.
Yeah, I've heard about these things.
Yeah.
Well, why are there doorways in stone in these ancient places, right? What's going on there?
You know how down in Mexico and Yucatan and stuff, these guys would go in these caves, and it was pitch black, but they could still see because they were dabbing in ayahuasca and stuff, and they could see in the dark.
You'll see something else for sure.
Ayahuasca one day. One day.
Well,
I still haven't worked up the courage to yet.
Well, dude, if you do it, pay the good money and do it with the shaman. Okay, don't go trip around by yourself. Just go do it.
I found a video.
I recommend
treat those red and white mushrooms.
If you're gonna do ayahuasca, I recommend doing doing it and down in Brazil and going through the whole thing with the shaman.
Well, you can go to the Peyote Church in Arizona, and it's a 3-day thing, and you can pay, and they give you a vial of this medicine, and you drink that, and you have your journey.
Doesn't it only last like 15 minutes?
No, I don't think so. Not
or is that that's like a multi-hour thing?
That's the DMT.
DMT is like 15 minutes, and then you feel like shit for about 2 hours. No, peyote is pretty much all day. And when you eat, you start coming down, but you're going to throw up.
Kind of the psychoactive ingredient in peyote is mescaline.
So,
you know, my psilocybes, when I would have them, I would chop them up and put them in a bowl of vegetable soup, and never got ill from eating it that way.
Nice.
Because it blends right in with the vegetable soup.
Very nice. Very nice.
You couldn't taste them, nothing. You did.
Well, I'm
7 hours later.
So, by the way, Ben, are you still doing something with that whole DB thing? Are you and Alan doing something more? Are you guys making a video or something?
I mean, we are. We're going back there when the weather changes. Right now, it's just snowing more and getting colder. So we're just keeping an eye on the weather. There's no need to discuss anything more about it. There's no need to do other streams about it until we find something further. There's no further research that needs to get done either. We just need to get back there with a metal detector and no snow on the ground.
Right on.
Yeah,
I got a metal detector. You guys should buy it. I bought it for like $400.
I have a couple. It wasn't that.
There you go. You got a couple. You just didn't bring it.
For a reason. It was not. I just wasn't.
You didn't think you needed it.
Yeah. Not even needing it, but I just it wasn't no permission for that specifically. But I'm working on getting specific permission to use one, and if I can get that permission, then I'm bringing it.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, be careful on Indian land, Ben. You guys, if you get popped on Indian land, they'll confiscate your car. They'll take all your equipment and everything.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I'm.
You got to be really careful on Indian land.
I know. Ashley has a tribal card. She is Native American, so I was able to talk with them ahead of time before even going. And I'm hoping, but I wasn't given permission to use a metal detector, which is why I didn't bring one. But that's why I'm hoping to get permission. If I don't, then I'm not going to bring a metal detector. I don't know how we're going to find something without it, but look for a fucking blaze.
So it looks like from the image you showed on your Google Maps, turns out to be a shadow of the little area that you were in, right? So from the top view,
wasn't it? Although there was the 4 fucking white dots, and I was wondering if there were giant white logs kind of placed, like that was obviously from that tree that were kind of like placed around it. But
snow could have been snow.
The photos of these things were like in summertime on Google Maps.
Okay, so not snow.
Yeah.
So something that could have been some kind of trash, just reflection. The computer just went to white because it didn't know what to do with it. All these possibilities, yes.
It turns out Alan's tree was much more impressive in real life. And then right in the middle between our 2 trees was that car. So, I mean, we just want to get back there and give it a good, proper looking. But that's about it.
By the way, did you print this out yet?
I mean, I'm going to print it out when I'm done, yeah.
I'll tell you what, so you don't want to do. So what I've been doing is everything we're doing, we'll be sharing online. And then any information we got, I've been putting it on the bottom of the Endgame site. So it's like collaboratively working it together. That's
trust me. We're about to get a boost because all I'm going to do is send this video to my 4 nerd friends who do this for a living. and, like, these are the guys who would crack the others, like all the other contests I was in that involves stupid ciphers and shit for this TV show. Out of like the thousands of people did it, like it was us 4 who got the solve each year. So like these guys crack shit in like minutes.
Well, this is supposed to be more if it's more of a puzzle, what would you think that you're looking to do?
They're like when they see that video of like the certain underlined words and they go back to 4 and 4. One of the 4 of them will have a solution in days. If they take it seriously. The key is getting them to take it seriously.
That's my problem.
It's not a puzzle that came across to them. I'm bringing it to them. And typically, in order to really fall for a puzzle, you got to kind of come across it yourself.
There's got to be and you have to be motivated by what is at the end. And we have no idea what that is.
And frankly, that's why these guys are good, though. That's one thing I'm not worried about. They don't need motivation. Like, they don't need a shiny prize at the end. They just like solving puzzles. They're at work. They're coders, right? So they're just typing away all day. And then they like on Discord with me, and then they'll go, "Oh yeah, haha. Oh, a puzzle," and they'll code just a little less, and then just start puzzle solving instead, and then that's their work day.
Wow.
So these guys, when they put their minds to it, it's like, okay, we'll see how long But again, I haven't shown them shit. So I showed them that first round of videos, like, and they couldn't find any kind of cipher within the poem itself, but then there was the blurb at the beginning that they solved in like 2 seconds, along with Jason Dent. I mean, when you know the tools to solve those things, all you got to do is the key is recognizing it. So if there's anything else that you guys haven't solved, there's either some cipher that you haven't recognized yet, or there's some kind of grouping of numbers and letters that aren't being grouped together properly to make the proper cipher. Like, that's about all you guys could be missing at this point, right? Plus interpretation of this poem.
So if it's a puzzle, then you couldn't use ciphers, because you're extracting a tiny bit of this diode of information off of the next paragraph's bit of information to collectively come to one bit of information, right? It's called the branch.
So,
like
which
the
would explain why there's no ciphers in the poem. So all you're doing is just poem solving then. Nothing else from that video is included.
Right.
Good. Okay, that's interesting. So it's just another poem.
Right. So the
part of that video does involve numbering words. They do it for you. I mean, that's interesting. Why do you need to be numbering shit?
Well, the question is, what are we numbering? Are we numbering this, or is it having to do with Forrest Fenn's book and poem? That's the question. Because this is highly related all to that. So are you supposed to be using this against the book and the poem? If I go to the 4th line, 4th word, and start extracting 7 and 20 and 24, whatever, and he says double it, yada, yada. So if we apply all those little coded little sayings to this poem, which, by the way, is the same 6 lines that is in the Forrest Fenn poem. If we start mirroring against that, I was wondering if that would be a way of beating a cipher machine. Ever so curious. Theories.
No, any usage of a book that your audience already has available to them, generally speaking, that's your own cipher. So it's not going to show up on any computer, and you don't need a computer to solve it. You just need to figure out what book to use. If it's going Ottendorf like that, then sure, yeah. I just don't know if that's what it's doing. There should be an indication within the poem itself telling you to use Forrest Fenn's book. Then shouldn't there has to be if it's pointing at a book to use, it needs to tell you what book to use through a riddle. I'm not saying it's directly saying use Forrest Fenn's book. I'm saying does it create some kind of riddle where you have to figure out to use Forrest Fenn's book?
I think he told us to use a Fender guitar because the ball of string, you take the ball of string and the bullet and you put it together and you can get Fender bullet strings. They're specifically made for Stratocaster guitars.
He's not wrong. Totally right. You bend the shit out with your whammy bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the guitar in Wayne's World that Wayne always wants to buy for like $5,000?
Oh, well.
Not a Stratocaster. They're cheap.
Well, I thought it was a Flying V. Wasn't it a Flying V?
It was white. That's all I remember. It's just like, oh, yes, she will be mine. Let's look it up.
Oh, yes. It might be the Flying V. If it's not the V, it could probably be like Gilmore's guitar or something. I forgot who they were praising. Oh, that one. Yeah, that would be like David Gilmour. That's a Strat. It's in a glass case.
Is it really worth $5,000 in 1990?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it depends on how old it is and all that stuff. I sold a 1972 guitar for $2,700.
So if it's got original stock numbers and it's all the real wood in that era, and it has the hand wound freaking pickups, then it could be, yeah.
Why does it say no Stairway to Heaven? Where like people fucking
knocking out Stairway to Heaven? You've never worked in a music store, so it would be like it's like the number, especially in the 70s. Because it was before disco, right? So that before disco happened, everybody played something, badly, but you played something. You know what I mean? And that was great. I could play really shitty bass guitar. I could play real shitty AC/DC, but it was awesome, right?
Right.
That was the fun thing. But if you could actually pick out a little fucking Stairway to Heaven, oh, you couldn't wait to show somebody. And so you would go to a music store with a better guitar, and you'd want to see if it was easier to play, and you would drive the fucking guys who work there nuts. I mean, I'm in the PA department, and I would go, no, I'm sorry.
So people in like today's world don't even understand this gag in the movie anymore. Except for the folks who were working in the 70s.
Well, think about what year was he born? The 50s?
Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to say 50s, right?
Right. So he's the same age as me and Bill. I'm born in 57. So the Beatles to me, 1966, I'm 10 years old. So that's the fucking Beatles, okay? I grew up with the fucking Beatles. Like hardcore, Abbey Road, all that. And then it went prog. Think about it. Bill's class and my class was prog rock. Was 1975. We had Yes. I mean, fucking Yes.
In Boston.
Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, it was Janis Joplin, and it was all that. Yeah, Pink Floyd.
I will say this. You guys have finally won the music wars. Like, I think it's unanimous. I think even we millennials, older millennials, would admit, okay, everything after 19.
But you gotta see,
I was like 90s. 80s still have some good shit. You got great Aerosmith songs. You got good Queen songs.
Stuff. But it's not as vast. See, it's not as vast.
Disco killed MTV.
Disco fucked everything. Fuck disco in the ass up a hill with his rotten stick. Fucking disco. So why does disco suck? Disco fucking sucks with a raw stick because they put all my friends out of fucking work. We were making $300 a piece as live band musicians. As a roadie, I'm making $200 a night in 1974. Right? So then, fuck me alive comes out, and then fucking everything. The club owners don't have to pay, $1,000 to $2,000 a night.
All that happened was all the people doing drugs decided they want to start doing drugs indoors. That's all that happened. And so there you have disco.
No, it's the club owner. The club owner didn't want to pay the money to the fucking band, but I can pay little Davey here and there's turntables and shit. He'll be as happy as fuck, and he'll play the same fucking music, and I'll get the same money. And the crowd is happy if the DJ's good. And that was good, so we filled up the fucking house.
I want to see video of Forrest Fenn on the disco dance floor.
White suit, baby.
Going like a John Travolta shit.
Doing the Saturday Night Fever.
Oh God, he's done it once.
He asked me if I'd been to DB Cooper's bar in San Jose.
DB's, that's Chuck. The guy that owns DB's is fucking Chuck. The guy was great. He had his nightclub in downtown San Jose, right in a 5-story building. The whole top floors were fucking where we did all the cocaine and hidden shit. Downstairs is where the club was. We had a guy spinning under a parachute.
Yeah. He was like on a ceiling fan, this DB Cooper with his arms out and the money flying around, spinning over to this dance floor.
This is the guys making the deals that eventually become fucking Google, become fucking everything that's a big deal. So San Jose and then Mountain View and Palo Alto became these little hubs of fucking crazy fucking money. Crazy fucking money.
Well, wasn't Bodega was owned by Nolan Bushnell and Steve Wozniak, wasn't it?
I don't know about Woz. Woz got done with that, and he did fucking the Festival for $85 million.
Well, but Nolan Bushnell started Atari, and that's why the Bodega had all the video games.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nolan Bushnell was owner.
Because didn't Bushnell make his money in the cons?
The Bodega came before Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, so yeah, but Bushnell, didn't he make his money in in almonds and shit in the valley?
Yeah, but he started Atari. He was one of the founders of Atari.
Right, because he had his family money was in the orchards, and he put it into that.
Well, shit, man. In 1962, I lived on a walnut orchard just east of the railroad tracks on Lawrence Expressway, and they we had to move out because they were tearing the house down to build the overpass over the railroad for Lawrence Expressway. The house, if you look on 1949, they have Google Earth going back to 1940s, and you can see the house is there then. And later on, you can see the overpass. It's like in the berm of the overpass.
So to give relevance to what Bill's talking about here, this is the center of the Silicon Valley, and this little house that his parents probably bought for $2,000 is now worth, if it was still there, would be really close to about $3 million.
It is a 15-acre walnut orchard.
Oh my God!
We had a windmill with the water tower.
I know the place.
You had a windmill? That's like so fucking Norman Rockwell.
Oh,
we did. We had a windmill. It was a water tank, and my sister took me up there because the water tank's 20 feet off the ground or something.
Right.
And there were steps that went up to the water tank.
And hang out there, dangle your legs.
And no, she put me in a box. I was like 3 years old, She put me in a box and was lowering me and she ran out of rope and dropped me.
What the fuck?
And that same house is where I had my entire back burned off in the shower.
Oh shit!
My mother put me and my brother in the shower, and I thought it was too warm, and I thought I was turning the cold up, and I turned the cold off, and then the hot water. My brother jumped out at the faucet end. I was at the other end, and the water was spraying on my back, and I kept slipping, and the water kept spraying on my back, and all the skin off my back came off from my neck past my ass. And my mother said, the doctor said I was lucky I pinched my cheeks, because you don't want to burn your asshole, you know.
No, ask any naked sunbather that question. They'll have the
So I had to sleep on my stomach until that heat. My whole entire back was a scab. You know,
holy brutal.
My mother said jump off the couch onto the floor, and when I hit the floor, my back would crack and start bleeding.
Brutal, Bill.
No scar.
Did you try to light a fart?
No. And you know, I remember it happening. I don't remember pain through the healing. You know.
Nah, you're young enough.
You remember the trauma, but you don't remember that pain that was after. It kind of fades away.
Yeah, I was to say, any kind of pain after that probably is like meh.
So I've had PTSD since I was 4.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'm the result of a massive head injury at 3.5 years old.
Our driveway was lined with these 100-foot palm trees going out.
God, I know this house. I know that fucking house in the walnut orchard. So that's like Lawrence. So that's like Chevy Chase.
Across the street from it, Davio.
Chevy Chase.
You're no, the Modez factory.
The which one?
The Modez factory, the Kotex plant.
What street was that
right
on?
Across the street from us.
No shit, I had no idea.
Modez,
so you're at Lawrence,
right across the street from that house.
you're at Lawrence and the train tracks, right?
Yeah, Lawrence and the train track. What would that be? Northeast corner. Yeah.
I was over on the. I was at the other end.
There was a drive-in theater there for a while.
Wow. Yeah, that's right.
And now it's a street lined with redwood trees, and it's industrial park. Their offices in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, man, Silicon Valley is a trip. When me and Bill were kids, you could get on your bicycle and you would ride where eventually they put the Highway 85 go through it. So you could just ride your bicycle all over the place. Go from orchard to walnut patch to plums and you would never buy fruit because it was always on a tree somewhere. We grew up with fruit just abundantly everywhere. It was awesome.
They need to take 85 and extend it to Mission Boulevard in Fremont. Go right across the bay there, and that would take all this traffic off of 287 and the Dumbarton Bridge. It would open up a new commute lane across the bay there.
Well, to me, the whole Bay Area is such a fucking shit show. I can't even go there anymore.
Boulevard comes down to 880, 17. That can connect straight across the bay to 85. Then you can scoop straight from Fremont right over to Mountain View.
Invigorating, guys.
Invigorating.
I'm here babysitting a dog. That's what I'm really doing. You guys are happy to see it live. We got a brand new big old dog. That's what's going on.
You know, I put my first NFT up on
no shit.
On Sky OpenSea, and then I go on Facebook, the NFT Marketplace group, and I post the link there for it. Automatic decline. It's like, oh, the fuck do you guys? Whose butt you got to kiss to post your shit here? What kind of do people know that you're censoring other? This is just
you're in unregulated waters.
Huh?
You're in unregulated waters.
It's all beta.
Fuck they want.
Yeah, it's beta.
They're playing favorites. They're playing favorites.
I'm going to have uncensored NFT marketplace.
That won't exist.
Get your own blockchain up, I guess. I don't even know how that shit works.
And let people post whatever NFT they want on there. You know?
I imagine that's going to happen.
I hope something like that. That's how it should be. But again, I'm telling you, if the people in charge are the ones running this shit, and it is the Wild West.
Yeah, there's fucking bad guys out there.
They're the bad. I think
there's bad guys.
Yeah, no good.
Black hats are scary, man. The black hats are frightening.
I got into NBA Top Shots. That's like an NFT. That's just another form of NFTs. I thought that was cool for a while.
You got when it was beta? Did you stay into it when?
I have like 300 NBA Top. Like I have 300 different moments like in my account.
Jesus.
At one point, okay. So I bought all the packs when they were coming out for $8 a pop. I bought all their $8 packs. And
so my friend did the same thing.
And the values were so stupid ridiculous. When it got to like the end of February, my account portfolio, I'm going to tell you it because the spend was $690 or something like that. The account value at like the end of February was like $788,000,
which is ridiculous. But if somebody was to actually pay for one of your moments, it would be amazing.
Believe me, I cashed out some of it, but I wanted to hold on to most because I was going. My investment is $700.
Yeah,
there are people who bought into Bitcoin with $700 and got to like 700 grand, and they cashed out, and they were like, "I made the best decision ever." Except their 700 grand would be worth 700 million now, even at today's price. So I was like, I'm not cashing out for a couple of years to have fun. I want to cash out to be done with this.
Yeah.
And so I just held on to it. But so I cashed out enough to be going ha ha ha. But that same account value now is like 27,000.
Okay.
Market fucking. But again, I was perfectly fine with that. I assumed that would actually happen. I was like, this is either a 5-year investment and it turns into something, or it's dumb just like you think it is, and it goes away in 2 or 3 years and they're worth nothing. I was fine with worth nothing, or they take off and they're the future and they're crazy expensive.
So my friend did the same thing you did, Ben, and he said he was worth like 2.5 million, and so he sold some off. And he was like, he's just blown up. He was like crying on the phone. He's like, I can't believe I made this kind of money. And he's just a it was
a gold mine.
A real sweet kid.
But now the key is I haven't even logged into my Top Shot account in 5 months. I haven't even logged in. I won't.
Yeah.
I emailed you a link for that NFT I just put up, Ben.
Oh yeah. I'll check that out.
Yeah. It's I
don't even know. I still don't know how they work.
It's really cool, and Davio, if he sees a dog in that rock, he'd see the time traveler in that picture.
See, the stuff that Bill's doing, I think, would sell. Especially if you did one of your rocks said something funny.
But I'm not allowed to advertise it in any of the NFT groups.
Huh.
You post it, and somebody has to approve it, or it's automatically declined. There it is. It blow up, I think.
So this is the group that it's in, or so this is your page?
That's my first NFT I put up.
Little fairies and all kinds of shit in there. That's pretty cool.
You see the profile face looking to the right, and there's another guy sitting there in a chair looking to the left in his head, and there's things all over in it.
That's pretty neat.
That's what's neat about my art is you can get my art and have it hanging on your wall a year, and oh shit, I've never seen that before.
There you
go. Because there's so many things hidden in it. It's another dimension.
So do you set the price, or does somebody set the price for this thing?
I set the price based on how much I had to post to list it for sale.
So what does it go for? Like $1,000? What does it go? I don't know idea.
No, I have it set for 0.11 Ethereum, which is $411, something like that.
Oh, okay, that seems completely reasonable. And this has got enough DPI so it would print like 4 foot by 4 foot. Okay.
No, maybe 20 by 24.
So 2 by 2. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, almost poster size.
Cool.
After that, they're gonna blur out. But these things, I mean, you see, if you get up close, you see something. If you get further back, you see something different. Because you see that purple face on the right side, kind of looking in.
Yeah.
There's a purple face there, and there's just shit all over in there.
There's layers and layers. I like the guy looking up on the bottom with the big nose. That's hilarious. That's very cool, man. Noses and noses and
yeah, yeah. You'll find them laying down, looking up at the sky.
Yeah, and birds.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The white bird. Yeah.
That's what you've heard of ridges, like if you're in the middle of Yosemite Valley and the sun goes down and you look around the rim, you see all these faces looking up. So they call it the face rim of faces or whatever.
Yeah. We went to Yosemite when they had the fire falls.
Oh man, they haven't done that since what, the 60s?
Yeah, we were there in the. Well, I have home movies of us going there in like 1961.
Wow. Should I get NFT out of that? That's got value just because of the historic value of it. That's got value. You should put that out.
Well, it is. I got my home movies, Gorman Home Movies. It's on my channel.
Oh, no shit. Cool, man.
But you know, Warner Brothers put a copyright claim on it.
On Warner the Firefall?
No, for my family's home movies. And I said, bullshit. I said, I transferred that from Super 8 to video, and that's my family's home movies.
No shit.
Yeah, we dropped the claim. We dropped that claim. Yeah.
Wow, true. I haven't been paying attention to the chat at all because it's so delayed. It's weird.
Is it like 30 seconds? Yeah.
Yeah, if I get kicked out again, I'm just gonna stay out. I had to do a network refresh.
Yeah, you've been hopping in and out. It's kind of funny. I was gonna do an over under on how many times you were gonna come in and out.
Yeah.
No,
this is the last time. If it boots me this time, I'll stay out.
It's probably your signal. You doing it from your phone?
Yeah.
Because you drop off when you're on mine, and I think it's you got microwave doesn't go through metal RVs too good.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's like my best reception I get at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
My RV's wrapped in plastic, so the signal goes through it.
So what else is happening?
Well, I was thinking more about the chase and more about the end game stuff. As far as expecting anything out of Mr. Jack Stoof.
Or Shiloh. I still say or Shiloh. I'm not harassing either one of them, but like.
Well, I like it. Davio brought up that Shiloh said that when the lawsuits get out of the way,
everything calms down. Maybe we'll get something. Yeah.
And you know, that's what I told Dingbat long time ago that it's the lawsuit that is keeping them from finishing this off. Yeah. And we got once the statute of limitations, then they can give it to the finder, and the finder has no legal issues.
Well, I'm not going as far as to say that could happen, but I certainly believe that
a story
answers coming.
Yeah, the story, the answer, the data points, how we pulled it off.
I don't understand how the government can tax that chest twice. Because Forrest obviously paid the taxes on it, and now they're going to make someone else pay the taxes.
Yeah, because they can.
Yeah,
that's like double. That's like double jeopardy, isn't it?
Well, no, that's not like jeopardy. It's called double fuck you because we can.
Yeah. What kind of animal threatens to sue a veteran on Social Security disability? That I'm going to sue you and take your. What are you going to get from me? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I can give you a bucket of poop. Is it worth a bucket of poop?
There you go. Here's your bucket.
I'll sign my bills over to you.
For you. You know, but
Take it off my taxes, motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
if anybody serves me to be sued, somebody's getting a bucket of poop dumped on their car.
That's
yeah,
like that guy
exactly. You
did in
can't get blood
Switzerland.
out of a turnip.
The guy in
Yeah.
Switzerland took his fucking fertilizer machine and ran it downtown and then aimed it at the fucking bank and turned that fucker on. And this is one shit slinging machine, boy, I tell you. It's like a fan blade that just pushes manure through, right? So it just pasted the side of this 3-story building with shit.
It's like a flamethrower that shoots shit.
Better, not on fire. And you know what? Nobody stopped him. I thought that was great. All these guys in white shirts with shit all over them was fucking amusing.
Yeah, remember the guy that ran through the town with the tank? He
was
on a bulldozer and
Killdozer.
armor plated everything and it took down the city hall and the police station and everything.
He was pissed. You had
Wasn't that Granby? Wasn't that Granby, Colorado?
Yeah, you got to be high in Colorado to do that kind of shit.
Colorado's exciting. You're not even going to work this, Ben. You're just going to.
He didn't hurt anyone, though.
And then they're going to spit out the answer. Is that what you're going to do with this thing, dude?
No, that's not usually how they usually make me work for it. Once they get an answer, then they'll make me work for the answer, and then they'll give me the answer.
Well, are you going to share this process or?
I mean, I would share everything they give. They're not out for glory or anything. They would just give it to me, and then I would just give it to you guys. That's all. I wouldn't even go do a video about it. I'd just send the info to you.
Well, just just stick it on the bottom of the page, so it'll all be out there to the world, I suppose, right?
I'm all about just sharing. That's all.
We got because the what do you call it? The end game. We just put it on the comment section. We're just kind of copy pasting everything there. Bringing the family together. It's Christmas, man. Dude, we could do a family bomb together. You know, I heard Moses' name spoke at least once.
Well, we can pass the peace pipe.
Word. Bring that COVID pipe right here, baby. Come on. Nobody passes a joint around ever since fucking herpes became a thing. It's a drag.
I've got a, I have a, I guess it's surgery. They're putting a camera up in my heart on Tuesday.
Oh.
They're gonna be sedated, and I'll be on a table with a thing going up the vein in my leg, and they got to check because my treadmill test showed something.
They just did that with my dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Cool, man. There's a top 10 video.
They said my aorta is mildly dilated and stuff, so they got to keep an eye on that too. But something in the treadmill test, there might be some blockage for one of the chambers of my heart or something. So,
right.
I guess what they can do a single bypass. I hope they got techniques they can do that shit without cutting you open anymore.
Yeah, they send in these little freaking little wires and stuff. It's amazing.
Little robots, little nanobots that go and eat the plaque off your veins.
Doctor clearly was it lucky his doctor can clearly write thoughts. Image 4 cars on a plaza with deer. I like how bizarrely abstract it is.
Remember George Carlin used to have a joke about the doctors told 10 years ago. Doctor told me I had cancer, and I'd only lived 2 more years. He's dead now.
He died before me. That's right. I lived the fucker.
Well, I had carpal tunnel surgery at Fort Harrison in Montana, and they did the right hand, and then a month later I went in to do the left hand, and he did the left hand. And before I went in for my follow-up appointment, my doctor had died of a heart attack.
Brutal.
So
that's brutal.
Well, I thought he was working too hard. That's one problem they have at the VA with
Oh, no kidding.
not enough doctors to, you know, and they're all that overtime. It's hard on them.
Yeah, that's right. My
Because
roommate.
there's a lot of doctors that don't want to put up with policies. Look at how many have quit in the last year because of this stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's like even my cardiologist is basically an intern. You know?
Oh, look at the papa.
She loves
There's a
listening to
dog.
these shows.
She does
What's
love
that
listening. Does she? That's cute. That's awesome.
It's a big dog. So I got this new dog right here. See this
That's
dog right
Shots,
here?
the canine treasure hunter.
Canine
In the
treasure hunter.
closet? Is that a closet dog?
No, we're in the RV.
No, I mean Davio said he had one. He was pointing at his closet, and it's dark.
No, that's the
Oh yeah, I
doorway.
see him laying down there on the
There's the
floor.
dog down
Yeah.
there. He's like he's a 125-pound monster dog, man. And he's been
What's his
living
name?
with pigs his whole life. He doesn't know what to fucking do with people. Doesn't know sitcom,
Yeah, guys,
any of that. He's awesome.
This is what a gold sniffing canine looks like.
There you go, sniffer.
Well,
That's good looking dog.
Ben, look at my video back in December of 2019, and I have my dog Jack, claiming that he found the treasure. He smelled it out and found it and peed on it. Now,
I saw that.
It's mine now.
Okay, that's December of 20 before any announcement, and Jack, the bronze sniffing dog, had found the treasure.
Bronze. It's hilarious.
Because I had in that video in 2019 that he smelled the treasure.
I remember.
Yeah. I
I
remember that, and then all of a sudden there's another person that came out and said his dog was a bronze sniffer too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
I
Freudian
remember.
joke, right? You guys are making these Freudian jokes. Is that what
Well, there are people that
No,
said
I'm
that you can
serious.
train a
My dog
to
will
sniff out
detect gold.
You
Y'all
can.
sound like fucking treasure hunters to me.
Yeah. Like Davio pointed out, the Wizard of Oz, Toto had it all figured out, and Toto was the whole reason she was there in the first place.
It's all about the dog, man.
It was all about the dog.
Hey, Ben, what are the name of the dogs? The three dogs in the book? What are their names?
In what book?
Thrill of the Chase. There's three dogs in the book, right?
Oh fuck, I don't know. Fido.
No,
At night.
that's the point, Ben. Is
Three dog
there is
night.
no
There's no
name.
name.
So,
Why would he do that? Wouldn't you show you know the names of your dogs?
Was Joe
Would you
Walsh
put
in
that in
Why
your
would
book?
he- Why would
was
he
Joe
leave the name
Walsh
of the
part
dog
of Three
out?
Dog Night?
Huh?
No.
See, Three Dog Night,
No.
right there.
No, he was in the James gang, right?
But Three Dog Night, maybe he was trying to say that because that was a big hit. Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog was a really big hit that in 1980?
Remember the Five Corners record store in
It was
Fremont?
79. Wasn't that a hit in 79?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
World
bet it was.
is
You know,
black, the world is
79, the
white.
weight of gold.
Yeah.
I got a secret for you guys. I think that there's a big clue in educating Artie as to where you can find some bells and some jars.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay.
Ben.
Did you guys catch that or no?
Yeah, no, I heard it. I was
Let's
like,
stay
all right,
on the screen longer than that, man.
Well, search for the
Yeah, the
Toledo
book.
stuff.
I think the book Educating Artie has some clues in it as to where you can find some jars.
Oh,
The
Or a
300
bell.
miles southwest of Toledo. If you search for Toledo and Bell, you'll find out what the Toledo's all about.
Well, did you also know that if you go 300 miles west of Toledo, you run into exactly 300 miles west, there's a little shop called Flutterby?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
In Missouri or something?
No, I think it's in like Illinois, the outskirts of
Maybe
Illinois.
Indiana.
Yes, or Indiana. Might have been Indiana. I can't remember, but it was exactly 300 miles. I was like, what's around this? And I like zoomed in. And I was like, oh, look at that, flutterby.
And flutterby is about metamorphosis and reincarnation, and his Indiana Jones substitute is his reincarnation.
Oh, well, there you go.
And if he was talking about Toledo, Ohio, if you draw a line from that city directly west, more than 350 miles, you end up in southern Wyoming.
But he told me I was the craziest guy he knows.
So if he was talking about Toledo, Ohio, that was a huge
the guy
clue.
that hid the treasure. Just as crazy as the guy that hid the treasure.
So Toledo was a huge clue.
Well, Toledo and the bell in Toledo, 1919.
Oh.
The Jack Dempsey fight, the bell didn't ring in Toledo. Please, my ghost, ring my bell. There's a bell in front of Jack Dempsey's house down by the New Mexico border here in Colorado and Manassas.
Wow, this is becoming a Fenn free-for-all here. Now Gedelkin is saying, I am the true finder. See you all later.
Gay Delkin, Gay Delkin, he has trouble finding. He probably pisses his pants trying to take a pee, trying to find his thing before he goes.
Gedelkin, those are fighting words.
Hey, it's a free-for-all.
Rob says it's fuck y'all. It's Colorado, bitches.
I don't pay much attention to people that patronize people that threaten to sue everybody.
Yeah, Rob G, man, if you believe it was in Colorado, then you're calling Forrest Fenn and court documents liars. I don't think Fenn was much of a liar.
Forrest only said it was in Wyoming. And Wyoming is alternating mountains and valleys. That's basically like saying it's like Santa Fe and the Rocky Mountains.
He said it was in the court documents. If documents, if you're lying, you're going to get in big trouble. So I don't think he'd lie in a court document.
I think he would.
But who knows if his lawyer didn't edit some of that stuff.
I think if anything, the lawyer has plausible deniability and they have no idea. I wouldn't put it past Fenn to lie to a court of law at the end of his life if he didn't think it would affect the estate or the family.
Okay, Forrest put the name of the winner in an envelope and sealed it. And it can't be opened until the lawsuits go away.
Did he really do that, or is that just rumor?
No, that's a theory.
That'd be dope if that was true. If he
that's why they haven't told anybody, and why it's still because these lawsuits are keeping them from opening the envelope.
If Shiloh opens that envelope and reads it and shows it to everyone, I would believe whatever name was on that letter.
Yeah. What if it says Moses?
Then I would say you should immediately go live. If he says "Un compadre Forrest," you'll see that my channel will get shut down. And
all Shiloh has to do is post a picture of the backside of the wooden Moses.
Obviously, he wouldn't even do that. He would just say the true winner is
Moses didn't always have clean underwear like Forrest.
Hey, how's Brutal Truth back on? He came back on. That's good news.
He had put everything to private.
Oh, that's it. He wasn't taken down.
He just paused or put his
okay.
Whatever he did, he lost all his subscribers, but all his videos are still there.
I'm sure he'll get them back.
So yeah, buy them.
I wonder if all of his videos had strikes or claims.
Mine all have claims. All of mine have claims. None of them have strikes, though. Even the ones that have been taken down don't have strikes.
I've had 2 blocked, and all the rest of them have claims.
Yeah, and claims are like whatever. If you don't care about that, then do whatever you want, right? Which is exactly what I do.
The way I look at it, I'm putting material that's already on YouTube in my playlists in live broadcast, so I don't see how it, if it's not leaving YouTube, it's not really hurting anybody, is it? In my opinion.
No one's big enough and giant enough with a channel for whatever they say to have some sort of reverberating effect. And I feel like that's gotten lost in the last 6 months. People need to remember that literally nobody outside of us care.
And right before the poem, it says it leads to the end of his rainbow. I think I found it, man.
Yeah, it's right on your nose.
I was gonna say you and everybody else, though. Everybody thinks they found it.
It's right on my face, man. The crystal up on my windshield is nailing me right in the face.
That was crazy. That's loco.
The light is internal. Didn't you know that, Ben?
Yes.
The light comes from the inside.
So this is what an illuminated one looks like.
Yeah. It's been doing that to me. I made that one video sitting on that log, and I thought I was blocking the sun with my head. I didn't know that my head was engulfed in the sun. You set up the camera and you go there and okay, I'm going to put my shadow right over the camera, and the sun wrapped right around my head. Made me look like the omnipotent guru. The one full of. I would say what he says twice is important, and he says find a substitute, find a good-looking rock twice. He says those things twice, and what he says to find is important. Find a good-looking rock. Find a substitute.
Right, but all that shit's so vague.
He was looking for his Indiana Jones type like him, the person who could find the Temple of Doom, basically.
I guess. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, Ben can't be the archaeologist that can see what others call pareidolia. That's why Stoof said it isn't pareidolia. Stoof said it's not pareidolia. He's right, because it isn't. It's ancient archaeology. That's why there's elephants. I mean, they even call this one area Elephant Rocks. And there are elephant sculptures in the rocks. But they're saying they call it Elephant Rocks because elephants made those marks with their tusks. Well, they were pretty damn good artists because they drew faces and people and elephants and
all true.
And I found Anubis. Even the Hopi guy says that they used to have elephants here. It's in their stories that they had elephants, and so he's remembering back to the Younger Dryas when there were elephants here.
Yeah, you've been to Elephant View before, haven't you, Bill?
Showing a lot of good shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'm not wrong, am I? Nope. They were gone then, and they had camels here too. All camels originated from the North American camelop.
That I did not know.
Yeah. They had camels and they had a woolly rhino.
That I've heard.
And the woolly rhino is the mythical unicorn. Hey, Ben goes, that makes sense. But there was it was a huge, that rhino was like 4 or 6 times bigger than the rhinos we know today. Oh,
fuck yeah. Gigantos.
Rhino.
Do we have to go over this every time Bill's on?
Woolly rhinos?
Yeah, right? Bill doesn't talk about woolly rhinos too much.
Oh.
John Titor. I haven't heard that John Titor name in so long. That's dope.
My belt buckle.
What's that?
I made it. It's a mammoth tooth.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah. I could sell these on eBay, I think, for like $500 each. Because
If I lost my job and have 12 kids and a wife, I couldn't get into Yellowstone to find treasure. I got to agree with you there. The last thing you're doing is going into Yellowstone looking for a treasure if you've lost your job and you have 12 kids. Let's be dead serious.
Yeah, not happening. Not happening unless you got 80 or 90 grand saved up in the bank.
Yeah.
Oh no, but you can hijack a plane and ask for 200,000.
Fuck yeah, you can. 1971.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 13 when that happened.
I'm not going there. That shit
remember,
actually
we're not
pisses
saying,
me off.
we were never saying that he is. We think he's the writer of Ha Ha Ha. I think honestly, I personally think it was Skippy.
There was a movie, Skippy.
Yeah.
A movie called
Skippy. And you know who played Skippy? Jackie Cooper.
Jackie Cooper
played Skippy in the movie Skippy.
What's it about?
Kind of a Dennis the Menace like kid, I guess. I don't know. You know, like he's got the picture on the movie poster. He's holding his finger on his nose. That means he's shooting snot out the other nostril. You know. Hey,
John Titor says it's
a kid in school. You know.
It's easy to get into Yellowstone. They stop charging at night. I mean, I guess. All right, fine.
Yeah, they do. They close like 10 o'clock, but the gate's still open. You can still drive in. So you drive in between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. and you drive out the same hours.
Yeah.
But I don't have to do that. I got to pass. I can go anytime.
You guys want to see what someone in the treasure hunting community sent to me?
Sure.
Wait, does she have clothes on?
I got a package in the mail for Shots, my dog. It's a tin thing here. And then inside, we got cookies. I don't know if they were special cookies or just cookies. Big old hunk of fudge right there.
What in the what? You know this person?
Oh, it really packed it.
Who is this? I'm not going to name him. He's a good friend of mine that I've met in the treasure hunting community.
I thought it was like a random person just sending you like cookies and fudge and shit. Like, are you going to eat that?
No, he had to ask for my address and stuff, but it was funny because it came in my dog's name.
That is funny.
Yeah, that was my show and tell for today.
That's your show and tell.
So was the return address FF?
Yeah.
Because he uses dog names. Like Jack is my dog. Willie.
No, it was actually from back east. It was sent from someone back east in Wisconsin.
Cool.
Is that back east? That's more like Midwest.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
east from us.
I'm not starting that debate. So, like, this sums it up. There's really nothing going on at all.
Waiting for the lawsuits to go away.
When's it gonna fucking end?
I don't know. They got the one up in appeals court, federal appeals court, 9th district or something. And we know that's San Francisco.
Yeah, there's people, some of the people that died looking for the chest. You know, their families were going after him. So it could be a long time before the lawsuits go away.
Well, then somebody needs to sit down with an attorney and just like put out that statement, like, go away, guys. It's going to be like 5 years till these lawsuits, like whatever. And then everyone can just kind of move on or wait or whatever they want to do. I personally would just put it all on pause. I'd be like, okay, there's going to be no fucking info for 5 years. What is the point?
I think we do like Obama would and call in the Predator drones.
I think like any president's going to be doing. Those Predator drones are like a fucking toy. You could go anywhere if you know exactly where the chest is sitting. I mean, sure. Forrest said more people was looking more. Forrest said, yeah, people were more looking in Glacier. By the way, when he said people were looking in Glacier, I remember being like checking the boards out of that time. Nobody was fucking talking about Glacier when he said people were talking about Glacier.
The poem doesn't say if you found the chest, your quest to cease.
If you be wise and found the blaze.
If you found the blaze, all you had to do was find the blaze.
Just take the chest.
That's the shortcut, though, Bill. Yeah. And shortcuts took longer to get to the actual point.
Well, it was possible you found the chest before you found the blaze.
Well, that's what Jack did. Jack found the chest before he found the blaze.
Right, that's what I did.
There's so many blazes out there. The only true blaze there was is the one that was affiliated with where warm waters halt.
I mean, just think about it logically too. Why do you, if it's just how it seems, where there's a blaze and you look quickly down and the chest is underneath it, why do you need to even look for the fucking blaze to begin with? Just look for the chest.
Well, if you look down, don't you see your chest?
The blaze is not sweet. If all it is just looking quickly down to the chest, you should just be looking for the fucking chest anyways.
Yeah, King Kong tells us what take the chest is. Oh, you know, let's take the chest. One, you know.
But that's also why I never believed it was a simple blaze.
Beat your chest like a winner.
Yeah, easy, Bill.
Multiple trees.
Take it easy. Don't beat yourself up.
I have my ticker looked at.
Be gentle. But yeah, I always thought blaze was you got to find a bunch of trees and they intersect and right where they all intersect, that's where the chest is going to be. Like you needed to like do something on the ground with the blaze and interact with it in some way to really understand. Not just a mark on a tree and you look down and there's the fucking chest.
Well, the blaze is halfway up the 1,000-foot bluff.
But again, then why are you even looking for the fucking blaze? Keep looking for the chest.
The chest is on the ground.
Right, which is where my feet are. So I'm going to look where I'm walking, and I'm going to look. I'm going to find the chest first.
You look down below.
Maybe, but then you're saying it's spelunkered underneath the ground. If you're saying down below the ground.
No, it's below the blaze. The blaze is up on the side of a 1,000-foot cliff.
But why do I need to see that blaze on the 1,000-foot cliff? Why don't I just keep looking down and find the chest first?
Well, the blaze is the spiritual part. The chest is the physical.
I still don't understand why I need the blaze at all to physically pick up the chest, though.
Well, because Moses is the blaze. He's the spiritual figure.
I understand the metaphor.
Above, so below. You know, the heaven above and the fantasy heaven above and the physical things are here on earth.
John Titor says the blaze is a physical object, and there's a picture of it in the second book. By second book, I assume you mean Too Far to Walk? The blaze is followed by the rest of the poem. Simple as that.
I'm trying to find the line in between your screen and Davio's.
Huh?
It's like you're in the same room. It looks. I don't see the line dividing the room. Now I do. It's at the edge of the bed. But you see, it looks
does.
like
It kind of seams together.
Are in the same room.
Yeah, because the white at the
There's
bottom
a seam
too,
there.
with the corner.
I
Yeah,
can kick this around and get the edges lined up.
Yeah.
John Tyler, why don't you just say what page it's on then? I'm so tired of like half cryptic stuff. Just okay, what page? I'll look at it right now.
Page for what?
The Blaze is in Too Far to Walk, apparently.
The Blaze isn't too far to walk. I mean, the words. This is the Blaze.
According to John Tyler, there's a picture of the Blaze in Too Far to Walk.
No. The fake Blaze is in Once Upon a While.
And so, according to Bill Gorman, the fake Blaze is in Once Upon a While. So
page 105.
I don't have Once Upon a While. It's the only one I don't have. I'm a phony fraud, Fenn fraud.
You phony Fenn searcher. You faux Fenn searcher. There you go.
I was wondering if he changed, if he added to Once Upon a While, so that the first edition would be only a limited number.
I always thought he was going to pull shit like that.
There'd be a limited number of the first editions. It makes them worth more than second, third, fourth.
That's why I want first editions of all the books. I got first edition of all the books except for Once Upon a While.
I want the first edition interview of Shiloh Old when he finally talks about the thrill.
That's what I'm
of the
talking
chase.
about, baby. And let's make that happen. Shiloh's not getting sued. Come on, Shiloh. Can you just put us out of our misery, for fuck's sake? And now Trusted says, help with the Blaze, page 99. You know, everybody has a different answer for everything. Well, here's Moses.
Page 105.
Here's Moses.
Page 105. And you know why Moses is a fake Blaze?
Dude, I'll blaze with Moses any day.
Broken. The wind blew him over and his hand broke off, and Forrest glued his hand back on. That makes him a broken fake Blaze.
We have to blaze with Moses now. He said it.
Yeah, we do got to blaze.
Got to blaze with Moses, dude. Just word,
I gotta pack it though.
There's things I covet, and then here's Moses, and then salute to a warrior.
Word.
He covets Moses. The one that found Moses is the winner, and let's salute the winner.
Now, Bill, I don't want you talking shit about me now that I don't let you talk about your fucking solve anymore.
What did I say?
I don't know. You do it all the time though. And I'm always sitting at home going, this motherfucker, I let him on my show to say anything he fucking wants to, anything he wants to, and then he just sits here going, that Ben Apple, he's a paid actor, he's a fucking asshole, either one.
He's a paid actor.
No.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
I got you when you said like flies on candy.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's why I made the meme with the flies on the Hershey bar.
And I didn't want Candy actually thinking I was talking about like her, like flies on Candy.
Hi.
18 months ago, I never thought we would still be listening to this. I know, right? Like 18 months ago, I was a lurker going, all right, we're wrapping this shit up. It's over. Let's get the final in. And then nothing. So that it's like Canasta is a hint to a clue. Is it?
Well, remember this book, Ben, this book came out 6 months after I brought the Buffalo Cowboy card to Thembury and he did the doffing the hat and hand of God sign. Then the book with the answers came out.
I mean, if he put you through all that rigmarole, man, I would really hope that there's some kind of like public payoff for that, because otherwise it's just like you're just like everybody else. You know what I mean?
Well, Doug said he guaranteed there were clues in Once Upon a While.
He said honestly, he said that book had a ton of hints.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
That's why it's amazing to myself why I haven't actually fucking gotten it. It's the one book I haven't.
Quanah Parker in his peyote church. It's that kind of imagination. The kind of imagination where you see faces in the rocks.
Right.
If you're eating peyote, you're gonna see faces in the rocks.
Hey, I never said I don't see faces in rocks, man. I've never even denied not seeing faces in your rocks. I just was wondering if that is the solve or not. I just simply go, I don't know if that's a solve because you don't have a chest.
Well,
when you have a chest, you have a solve.
Forrest had naked ladies in the marble patterns in his shower.
Yes, I remember that whole quote. Believe me, I'm with you 100% on it. I'm not.
And I see naked ladies in clouds all the time.
Fenn brought it up. If Fenn brings up the topic is in play. I totally agree with it. I'm not.
Yes, if he's yes. You know,
Maybe
that's right. Knowing the parameters is because Forrest
in your dreams you wake up.
Dude, when I woke up, what happened? Blue dreams?
But think about it. It's not like Fenn, and no offense, this will probably piss off Five Leaf, but like when Fenn goes, you don't need to know how to decode ciphers or blah, 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 blah. He also didn't say there's no pareidolia. He didn't say that. In fact, he makes a whole scrapbook where he talks about him having pareidolia. So, in my opinion, that makes it worthy and it's okay to discuss.
Yeah,
it might not be the right technique or method at the end of this whole thing, or it might be, but it's not like he said no to it. In fact, he brought it up, so it has to be at least talked about.
True. I want to point out what Davi B said here about all you need is the book, the poem, and a good map. To that degree, that would mean you would have to. That really leaves a wide out thing. You're saying there's a single dimensional understanding that we are going by the word brown, clearly only the color of brown that we are going to travel for. We're only looking for a water temperature. There could be no metaphor. There is no, you're saying the ambiguity is not taking it other than page value. So if you take it beyond page value, then that statement where all you need are these two things are great. If you understand how to read them like a map for Google, then it would apply. So it's a wide open way of saying that, right? But so in other words, all conversations are relevant because of you don't have a single format on how to apply it to that. You could number the poem top to bottom. You could not. You could take everything literally. All applies. Both apply. That's what's so fucking cool about this. Sorry. That is truly the best thing about it because it is a wide open imagination. It's a comic book to a dictionary. You know what I mean? It's that wide open. Because of the drawings. I mean,
how Kahlo Kid writes this too. The poem.
Who wrote this script? What? Where's my check?
Think of what Kahlo Kid's writing. The poem undeniably proves the solution. He's not saying the solution proves the poem. He's saying the poem undeniably proves the solution.
Agreed. I think they both acknowledge each other. In other words, well, that's
what's a good map? But what's a good map? He didn't say and a map. He said a good map. That implies some maps are bad.
Or he was playing on words between good and Google because he specifies using Google search engine to find his parents. Therefore, knowing Google Maps is like
that's not very clever. He literally says he uses Google Earth. But he's saying a good map. A good map to me indicates a specific map which is good compared to all others which are bad. So
the good map came out Too Far to Walk.
Right, but I'm not even wondering if that's the actual map he's really talking about. Because again, that map, all that map has is just the poem. So that's why that map is.
Well, wait a minute.
Has a poem, but I don't need Too Far to Walk for that poem, so I don't need Too Far to Walk's map at the back. All I need is the thrill of the chase and the poem and quote a good map.
Good map, right?
Good map.
The Too Far to Walk map is sucky, I thought.
I found a good video that describes the community pretty good. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Ooh.
The Dunning-Kruger effect, and that's where the general consensus is all wrong, and there's one person that's right. everybody only believes what the, you know, it was complicated, but it goes in with that cognitive bias and stuff, you know.
Right. No, I'm with you.
But it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect.
And frankly, if the story is that Jack was right, that happened because there was some kind of Dunning-Kruger effect that everybody missed. Jack got it. I'm going off the original story. It doesn't mean it's true or not.
True.
But that's essentially what happened. And that's essentially what I would predict in my own head before the chase was finished, because it seemed like something was missing that everybody was missing, and somehow, and don't know what it is. Maybe it was the type of map you needed to use. Maybe the good map is a specific map of a specific small forest, like a Forest Service map or what. Who the fuck knows? Everybody used Topo maps. Everybody used Google Earth. Everybody used Yellowstone National Park maps. Everybody used,
BLM.
In my I used the Four Corners sculpted into the rock.
I mean, shit. Maybe the map produces itself when you show up to a certain location. I don't know.
Four Corners, right? X marks the spot.
The X I thought was a really big deal.
X Hunt was my good map. It told me who owned the property, whose property the name was in, all that good stuff.
But I will say this Dunning-Kruger, I would agree with Hoof too. The Dunning-Kruger effect is what leads to fucking problems here, though. Everybody starts thinking they're right. Bill, you're no different than everyone else who thinks they're right. Honestly, right now, you just aren't.
What makes one channel popular and the other one unpopular?
I'm not right. I'm not right. I don't have the chest.
Right. I don't have a chest. Nobody has a chest. Jack says he has a chest.
No, wait, you got your hands on a chest. I know that.
Huh?
Yeah.
But that's where we're at. A year and a half later. We're
I don't have a chest. Davio doesn't have a chest.
Davio's got the sign language going on.
Have you smoked enough pot to have a chest, Davio?
No. No, not enough.
Me either.
About ready to remedy that right now.
Hint of riches, new and old, and now we're left with Shiloh old.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And you can find a bell or a jar if you can figure out the clues in educating Artie.
Well, in my opinion, if you call a place Treasure Mountain and you don't recognize that as a hint of riches, new and old, you got a problem. Or Treasure Falls. Treasure Falls, Treasure Mountains, involved with 300 dead French guys.
Interesting stuff.
And that's what relates to the French.
Could be, if it's involving 300 dead French guys, you got gold up in them hills.
Yeah, it's the LeBlanc treasure.
LeBlanc.
Court asked us to respect Artie and said there were no hints in it, says Hooley.
Hooley says there's no hints in
Not
what?
pertaining to the chest, but they never said it didn't pertain to bells or jars.
Asked us to respect Artie and said there were no hints in it.
Who's Artie?
Treasure Warriors, last Oak Island was really boring mud sausage party. Yeah, notice we haven't even put up a video yet. Here's your Oak Island update.
Yeah, and I don't even know why Fenn would put his granddaughter out like that. You know what I mean? Because it sure it's a book about her for her and the family, but still, I mean, people put that out in public, and that's like that's stuff that shouldn't be out in public just to protect the minors.
I mean, I think it's one of those good-natured, good-hearted kind of things that can get twisted by the real world, maybe. But yeah, I would go with
exactly.
I would go with what Hooley and JK, even yourself, are kind of saying. Like, if you think there's some kind of hint in there, it's one of those where it's like keep it to yourself and go. Hopefully,
it tells you there's hints throughout the book.
Huh?
I don't have that book. I thought that was a limited edition. Only a few were printed, and most of the family got them.
I have like the 3rd or 4th edition of it.
I love Bill's humble brag smoke he's doing right now. Just like, let me just put that right on camera. And I'm so jealous. Shiloh knows to solve 100%.
I like that
I
fight.
agree. Shiloh is on limits. The rest of his family off limits. I think that's kind of the motif I'm going for here. Shiloh on limits. He's put himself on limits because he fucking talked to K-Pro and Cynthia and Shannon.
True.
And that puts him in the game. Rest of the family, very obvious they're off limits. They don't want to be in that game. If Shiloh doesn't want to be in that game, he needs to say so too, and then he's out of the game as well. Then we can fucking move on. Great. That's the update we're looking for, Shiloh. Don't be a shy guy. Be a Shiloh.
Yeah, that was interesting that Shiloh has reached out on a YouTube broadcast once, and then he's let. It looks like he just kind of went with the flow and let K-Pro in the house with Cynthia, and again because he knew about Cynthia.
They had beers.
Yeah.
She was
went in and had beers. We went in, walked around the house and looked at stuff and stuff. Had a nice chitty chat. And then, of course, Cynthia meets Shiloh later on, and they have a nice little.
Is that alligator, Bill?
Yeah. That's alligator claw.
So, like, obviously, he's not disagreeable to anything K-Pro has said as of late as well, because he hasn't come in.
It's cool, but Shiloh has kind of inserted himself into this little portion of the program. Let's see what he does.
I think it's by on purpose. I think he knows what he's doing, and he's a smart guy. So, but then game on. Let's go. So we can all play the game with good rules and good intentions, and not like wanting to mess with anybody and not having to investigate thousands of fucking things. Let's just,
dude, we're 500 people. We're 500 people.
We're 500 passionate people that Shiloh wants to interact with in some way, shape, or form. So
to a small degree, but if you're writing a script, you're writing a script for the world, right? So it's a different kind of
way.
writing
it. Then say you're writing it. So we at least get an update. All right, let's wait.
I'm digging that.
He needs to put his shit together, and all right, he needs time. Fine, then we all fucking pause.
I can dig it. But no, it's more fun to have us twist. Come on, don't say shit to Shiloh. Let's let him just twist out there. Woo! It's kind of like free advertising.
If he comes out and says, yeah, there's more coming, you guys just need to wait. We need to wait for the lawsuits to end, and then something fun's going to happen, then just say that now and just say, okay, we'll wait. That doesn't ruin the twist. That's the twist. Oh, everybody was super happy if Shiloh did that.
True, all true. Anything would be great, right? Anything would be great. Nothing sucks. I agree with that 100%. It's the way it rolls.
I mean, we're not even talking about selling the chest and auction. We're not even talking about any of that. Just give us a state of the Union Fenn chase. 2 minutes, something.
Well, he kind of left it all the way out. He left it to, and respectfully to Jack, according to what we heard from Forrest last, right? I mean, that was his words. I left
Jack's story is Jack's story.
Right. It seems like it's
that's fine. I don't want Jack's story. I want your story, Shiloh. I want Fenn's story. I want the guy we all signed up for.
I have a theory that you could take any book and find clues to the end of his chase.
Any book.
Any book.
Any book.
Any book has clues in it.
That's right.
I would say that's probably true.
So therefore, there must be something to use that removes the ambiguity, right? There must be a tool.
We're all crazy, sure. Maybe a new Medium article. That would be nice. I mean, from Jack, that would be great. A new Medium article from Jack would be awesome.
I subscribe to Medium, but I'd post stuff on there, and it has 3 views. It's like, when you're paying to be on the site, so you get your stuff out. If they're not getting my
your own stuff out,
poetry out, then what am I paying for?
They just post it for you. That's all they do. That you got to get your own stuff out. You got to put out that link everywhere.
Well, I put it on.
You should have that link posted in every YouTube video.
I put it places people don't, and there are some that are related to the chase.
If people aren't going to click, they're just not going to click.
I put my great grandfather's poetry on one of my great grandfather's poems on there that he wrote in 1904.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the earthquake happened.
Oh God. Godelkin's trying to fight. Godelkin says, I have the only verifiable Moses solve.
Get him. Get him.
That's why I call him Gay Delkin.
Delkin.
Hashtag too easy.
Because he's not going to steal anybody's soul. He's the hacker. He's the computer guru. If anybody,
he really knows how to push your buttons, Bill.
Yeah,
you're blushing.
If anybody hacked Barbara, it was Gay Delkin.
I don't recall ever meeting this person.
Well, boys, I think that'll do it. I think that'll do it for today. I just want to do a little fun chit chat. One of y'all should go live. Keep it going. It's Friday. I plan on drinking, so one of y'all should keep going.
You know what I thought I would do is I might go live and continue the thing I was doing yesterday, which is
yeah, do that. I'll listen and catch up for you know what? Instead of just sending it off to them, there might be some fun in this. So I'll just listen to you and catch up, and then maybe I'll take a crack at it myself quietly, and then I'll share if I find anything.
Yep. What'd you say?
All right, kiddo. Bill, any last words for the stream?
Cool, man. I'll go on in 20 minutes.
All right, Davio.
It's not over until the fat lady sings.
I know that chick.
Lady sings. Ghost Dance or anything? Hey, yeah, Susie's show tonight too. If she goes on, that'd be dope as well.
Cool.
Yeah. Good evening, and thanks for letting me back on the show, Ben.
Right on, dude.
Anytime, gang. Anytime. All right. Well, hopefully Shiloh hears us and comes out live tonight. Otherwise, Jack put out a fucking word or two. And peace out. I'll be live later at some point this weekend, maybe. All right. See you guys.
Word.